So today I have a game plan. My game plan is to attack the kitchen. And then you open cupboards. So it is absolute chaos at the moment. Look at my son up on the lounge. Let's just pretend he's not doing that. We need a bag of bags. The cupboards are organised. The sink is clean. N-G-O-B-I-N-G-O, I'm bingo, what's his name? Oh. Monday morning, raining, falling. Need some coffee for my energy. I need some motivation to clean up the kitchen. It's always such a freaking shit fight. E-I-E-I-O, what? Hickory dickory dock. Oh! Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Monday for me. Don't know if it will be Monday for you guys. The kids are happily playing, so you might hear them in the background. Does anyone else feel like it doesn't matter how organized you try and be, your kitchen just doesn't remain organized? So like your cupboards, they start off real neat, and then a few months later it's like you've just chucked everything in as you go. So today I have a game plan. My game plan is to attack the kitchen. So to the naked eye, the kitchen doesn't look too bad. It's not too messy, you know. Seems pretty good. Seems like we're under control, you know. And then you open cupboards. The truth is exposed. Now, I don't know why. It doesn't matter how organized I try and stay. Within a couple of months, my kitchen is just a mess. And I've had enough. So, we have not done a food shop in a good like week and a half. So I thought now's the best time to clean out the fridge, clean out the pantry, clean out the cupboards before it gets all stocked up again. Because, I don't know, we'll probably do a food shop today or tomorrow, but the fridge is pretty empty now, which is the ideal time to clean it. And I just don't even know what's in my pantry anymore. I've got two pantries. I use our linen cupboard as like a storage pantry, and I use this one here as like our everyday pantry. And honestly, the rest of the cupboards, especially the ones down low, Phoenix is walking around now and she gets into everything and pulls out everything. So by the end of the day, I'm just picking things up off the floor and either throwing them in the dishwasher or throwing them back in the cupboard, and there's no system. So we need to like baby proof it as well, because some of those things are pretty heavy. Yeah, and just everything's just gone a bit crazy. Can you relate? Does this happen to you, or is it just me? So over the course of today, we're going to accomplish this kitchen. Now, I may finish it at midnight tonight, but it will be done today. So the fridge, for example, you know, like we just need to sort something out here. What is going on? What is up with it? We have strawberries. I think there's one egg left in there. And it just needs a good wipe down, you know when your fridge just needs a good wipe down. That's where we're at with that. So this is our other pantry. So it is absolute chaos at the moment. And what you're seeing here, you might think, wow, that's a lot of food, but that's actually low for us. I'm someone who really likes to stock up on things when we have the extra money. And the reason for that being, it has nothing to do with coronavirus. It is just how I've always been, and especially since I've had kids. So Justin being the sole income earner of the house, you just got to be smart, because for example, if he gets hurt, he gets sick and he doesn't work, he doesn't get paid. So I want to make sure that if for some reason he needs to take time off work or whatever, the money that we do have saved goes to our bills, our rent and stuff like that, and our food is covered regardless. So even though some of these things are probably not the healthiest options, they are better than nothing if you have no food. So up here we have like sanitary stuff, we have toilet paper, paper towel, and just random stuff up here. Down here we've got like cereals, packet pasta, what else have we got? Long life milk, spaghetti, chia seeds, just random stuff, and there is some juice in that back corner there. And then as you come down, you've got some wraps. They actually last quite a long time, so when I purchase stuff I put it at the bottom and I just use what's on the top. I've got like up and goes and pasta sauces, pancake mix, rice, all that sort of stuff. And down there is just been where the kids have been pulling everything out, and it's just driving me absolutely insane. So today we'll be sorting that cupboard out. Now if I have time, I would love to get into this linen cupboard, but it is not technically part of the kitchen, so my main focus is the kitchen and the food today. But ideally, as I said, I'd love to get into this because it's just crazy. Like, it just, there's so much linen in here, and because we use like the other half of this cupboard for food, I have to be really particular how I fold our linen to make sure it fits. And over time, we just haven't kept up that system. Good morning. You know the truck has wheels. You don't need to put it on the stool. Would you like Mummy to help you? Do you want to put it in your bedroom? Like that? Oh. Oh, tricky, tricky. Get some more. You don't need any more blocks. No more blocks. No, that's enough blocks. There's so many. Mummy spent like an hour picking them up last night. We're not doing any more blocks. So I think my plan of attack is going to be get all the food from the main cupboard and this little cupboard here, put it out on the bench, have a look at what I have and try and sort of restock it into that cupboard neatly. That way when I go through my actual kitchen cupboards, if there's anything like cups or plates and stuff that we're not using all the time, fingers crossed I find enough room in that pantry once it's organized to put stuff in there, so that way our cupboards aren't as packed up. So I think that's how we're gonna start. Hey baby, what are you doing? Really? Do you want to show everyone how you walk now? Ah, beautiful princess in your robe. Are you enjoying your sultanas?
Donuts.
Yum. Okay, so this stuff here is just from this pantry right here. So I'm glad I took everything out. Anyway, it could use a good wipe down. You don't realize how dirty things are until you start pulling things out. So I didn't realize there was even this much stuff in that pantry. And there's obviously not heaps of bench room left. So I'm thinking I'm going to organize this stuff the best I can and then attack the other cupboard. This is what I mean. Why do you have to pull everything out, babe? Why? Is that why? Drama queen. So when I look around here, I see like a lot of shaker cups and protein supplements and stuff like that. So what we need to do is try and organize that in a smart way. Ideally, I would like it in the other cupboard, but I don't know if there's going to be enough room. But like all these supplements and stuff need to be out of reach for the kids. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these buckets. I have two other like organizing containers that I can use if I need them. And I'm going to put all Justin's like supplements and stuff in them. That way I can put them at the top and they're out of reach. There's also this chocolate right here. and it is a caramel sundae chocolate, and I was super excited to try it, and I tried it and I nearly vomited. It is the worst tasting chocolate I've ever had in my life. Bin. My daughter likes to think she has cocktails already. Show everyone what you do with your... She puts her pouches in a wine glass. This is plastic. And she eats it that way. I don't know why. I don't even drink, so she hasn't learnt it off me. Now I have heaps of protein powders myself. I have heaps of Happy Way protein powders, and I have one every like day. I should be doing more. My health and fitness journey is really like on the downhill, so we need to go back up that roller coaster. We were doing really well, and then life happened and I got stressed, and I like to eat when I'm stressed, so we need to get back into that. I also have some Happy Way fat burner, yummy yummy. Shaker cups. Shaker cups are the death of me. They are always in the way. So cereal wise at the moment, we've got Sultana brand and Fruit Loops in this cupboard. Andre doesn't eat Fruit Loops. He just bought it, we just bought it one day because he really wanted it at the shop, and he thought they were donut cereals. So we also have some oats and some Wheat Bix. I'm really lucky that the kids love Wheat Bix. Now, a lot of the mess in that pantry is like all my Aldi coffee pods, which I haven't been using. So I think I'm gonna have to work out another storage system for them. Some rice cakes as well. Now we've got 2 sauces. I keep some paper straws in my pantry as well. Look at my son up on the lounge. Let's just pretend he's not doing that. So I have some black pepper, some Himalayan pink salt, and I have this one here which I really like, which has the pink rock, which has the Himalayan pink salt with black pepper in it, so you don't have to open these. This is why this is not even open, and it just gives you like an equal amount of each. Honey that hasn't been opened, so I'll probably put that in the other cupboard. The pancake mix which hasn't been opened, so I'll probably put this in the other cupboard. Like chips we're gonna get rid of, we don't need that. That fruit bar's a bit dead. The kids like these oat protein bars. That's the half of the chocolate that I nearly threw up on. I do keep a tub like this in the back of the pantry that just has a few little snacks in it. So like lollipops and chocolate and Easy Mac. Anything I don't really want the kids to see is in here. We got Milo. Who doesn't have Milo in their pantry? Easy Max. Coffee. Sugar. Nappies and some wipes. And then we've just got bits and bobs. So now this is my simple pantry. So Justin supplements and oils. Then we have cereals, paper towel and condiments. And then down here we just have random stuff. So Milo, rice cakes, sweets and straws. And down here, we just have some nappies in that shelf. So plenty of room there, plenty of room here, and a completely empty bottom shelf. So I've just cleared this bench. I've got like my Happy Way stuff and like coffee pods and stuff over here, which I'll deal with later. While the kids are still happy, I'm thinking let's get straight into that other cupboard. The bench is clear, so let's do it now. doing, Goodges Gill?
Oh no, you won the goal!
Okay, so I've emptied these 3 shelves and they had all like the food products and paper towel and all that sort of stuff. I've left the bottom 2 just because I don't have any more room in the kitchen, so I'll sort that out separately. Is that right, darling? Come on, out of the bathroom. Phoenix, come on. You know you're not allowed in here. What have you done? You put cookie all over the toilet. That's gross. Sorry, my eye's really red. Must be all the dust. Like I said, I stock up on things the weeks that we have extra money. Obviously, I have savings and stuff, but I feel like food's quite important. So I always try and keep food in the cupboard that I can make meals out of. As I said, just because if Justin gets sick, he breaks his ankle and has like 6 weeks off work, we have no money coming in. So at least I know I have some backup food. And it also means that if anyone comes over unexpectedly or anything like that, I can provide meals for them. Okay, so I do have a whole heap of cereals here. I didn't even realize I had doubles because they were packed up in the back of the cupboard. Aldi was selling boxes of these, 6 boxes for like 12 bucks a few weeks ago, so I bought heaps of these. I have things like cake, fruits, pancake mixes, toilet thingy, cleaner thingies, whatever they're called, eggs, stock, heaps of rice because it does last a while. Also, as I said, heaps of wraps, juices and up and goes, oil, juices, as I said. We've got some oat pastas. We got given these when we moved here. I've got chia seeds. We have like pastas, like packet pastas, real pastas, snacky type foods, lasagna sheets, different types of milk. I do have a couple of friends that are either vegan or lactose intolerant and stuff like that, so I always make sure I have an option for them if they come over. Also, it's a bit healthier sometimes to just have like nut milks and stuff in your smoothies instead of normal milk. I have bulk oil here. This is vegetable oil that we got given. So heaps and heaps of stuff. You can make quite a few meals out of the things here. Plus I always stock up on extra meat, so I do have quite a few meals worth of meat here. There's also some down here. I have like frozen steak and I have frozen chops, fish and stuff like that as well. So including that and this, I know that we won't go short on food. I also have a stash of like sanitary stuff as well. This is not particularly the stuff that I use, but it is there because it is an all-rounder thing. So if I have visitors or if I run out of what I use or anything like that, we do have backup. I have paper towel and an extra washing up clothes washing liquid. I also have a whole heap of cups. These are from Andre's first birthday, so they're like 2 years old. I also have some Quilton toilet paper. These 2 were given to us by our landlord when we moved in, and this one we purchased ourselves before we got here. So we keep these Quilton like good soft ply for if we have people come over and give them the nice toilet paper. And then for us, we just use cheap shitty toilet paper because what's the difference? The kids always like waste the rolls and like pull them off the runners, pull them off the roll and stuff anyway, so it always goes to waste. So yeah, we've only used 2 of what? 16, 17, 18, 19, of 20 rolls since we've been here of the good stuff. So that is just for when we have visitors, so they get special treatment for their bum. So now my job is to pack it all up nice and neatly, and also I'm going to go over all the use by dates and stuff like that just to make sure I'm not cutting anything close. If anything is cutting close, I'll put it in the other cupboard. That way I know we're not going to waste anything. Okay guys, so it is much later in the day. I sort of just had to stop doing the kitchen and do mum life. Like feed the kids, clean the house, do the washing, and the kitchen just had to go on hold for a little bit. So obviously you can tell that I also put a face on in that time. I had to film another video in between as well. So busy. Yeah, but I'll show you guys what I ended up doing with the pantry. So as you can see, still very full, but much more organized. So up here now we have my protein powders and shakers. Obviously I haven't got into the kitchen yet properly, but there will be more shakers up there, I'm hoping. And what I did with all of the clothes washing liquid and stuff like that, any chemicals, I ended up putting them in the laundry cupboard. So what I've done down here is just the canned stuff here. I've got soap and toothpaste here. And then I've just lined up all our cereals, our muesli bars, and I can just see everything a little bit better. As you come down, I can see that I've got pastas here, rice, soup, and just like snacks and drinks are here as well. And then what I did is I come down and I cleaned up all this area. Obviously in there is all linen that needs to be fixed up, but I've put some coffee stuff down here. I ended up putting all the sanitary stuff here as well. And then I have the drinks and the oil and just some cookbooks in the bottom. And then down here I've got little Missy already getting into it. Little Missy already getting into it, and I just put all the plastic stuff down there. I thought, you know what, if they break it, they break it, but they can have fun, and hopefully it keeps them away from the rest of the pantry and they can just pull this sort of stuff out, and I don't really mind. So yeah, that is what the bottom looks like. Still a lot more organized than before, but nothing I have to really worry about with the kitties. What are you doing? What are you doing? Brum brum. Okay, so now the next job is the fridge. So as I said, we haven't been shopping in a week and a half. So now is the time to do it, so I don't have to take as much food out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clean out the fridge, and I think the freezer is actually okay, so I don't need to do that, but that will make the world of difference.
It is blue. Wow. Wow. Oh no, who's the shadows?
Oh, the shadows.
Wow. Oh no, what?
Okay, so the fridge is all clean and pretty empty. So made it really easy to clean, as I said. Not much feels better than a nice clean fridge. Hey Phoenix. Well, I'm an example of my kitchen most of the time. So Phoenix has come in here and taken all this out in a matter of 2 seconds. So this is why I need to organize my cupboards. But I'm thinking, at the moment we have our plates and stuff up here and it's really awkward to get to. So I'm thinking about cleaning out this drawer here. Now this is currently our junk drawer. And if you think you have a junk drawer, meet the queen of junk drawers. This is where I want to put my plates. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to clean this out first before I do anything, because this is a whopper of a job. We need a bag of bags. So did I say we were going to finish that kitchen in one day? Absolutely. Did we finish the kitchen in one day? Absolutely not. Spending my night cleaning last night was not an option. I was just too tired. So it's not even the next day. It is the day after that. So we have had a little bit of a break in between. I really didn't do anything in the kitchen yesterday, but what I did accomplish is the linen side of the pantry. So I must say, I'm quite proud of the progress in which I made with this baby yesterday. So at least that's one big job done, and it is a big job for me because the kids come over, pull out every pile, anything I put in the cupboard they pull back out, so that's always fun. That did take a couple of hours, but I think today I need to just lower my expectations and just realize, like, I think I have a slight problem where I actually believe I can accomplish things that are impossible. So you know, doing a complete clean of the kitchen in one day while I'm here on my own with the 2 kids, while they are just destroying the rest of the house around me and trying to feed them and keep the rest of the house clean and do the washing and look after myself, and it's just a lot. So I think what I'm going to do is lower my expectations of myself and just get through the kitchen and do it bit by bit throughout the day. Maybe just relax a little bit, not put so much pressure on myself to get it done, because I do want to get like all these drawers sorted out and stuff like that. You know, they're still organized, but down here's become a bit of a junk pile, and you know, this drawer's not too bad, but we still need to baby proof the kitchen. So that is my biggest motivation. But yeah, I think I'm going to just smash through it today. Maybe the next part of this video will help motivate you guys to clean out your kitchen. I might just throw some music on and just smash it out. I might even put a face mask on, just like to relax, accomplish 2 things at once, so I don't feel like, you know, I'm focusing too much on one thing. But yeah, so as I said, time to baby proof and finish this kitchen today, and we'll check it out when I'm finished. So all the cupboards are done, all the drawers are organized. We have finally made a little bit of progress. So I showed you guys the pantry the other day. It's already messed up, like it's been one day. Come on guys, come on. Work with me here, family, work with me. And then I didn't do anything in here because this stayed pretty organized since when we've moved in. I haven't done this cupboard purely because I can't reach and I don't want to be climbing on things with the kids around. And then in this cupboard, I've just got drink bottles up there and then just some drinking glasses and some mugs. These are the ones I sort of use every single day. So over here in this awkward corner cupboard, we used to have the dinner set, the black dinner set here, but I have replaced it with the Ninja stuff. I still have our pink dining set there. We don't use it very much, so I don't mind that staying there. And they're just some like overflow of glasses. So I've got like all your Scotch glasses and then the kids' ceramic mugs. They obviously don't use them much because I don't trust them. And then, so the rest of the kitchen's a mess at the moment, but one step at a time. And then in here I have our black dinner set. Obviously there's normally more plates, but they're in the dishwasher at the moment. So that is much better. So in our drawers, I feel like we made a lot of progress. This section was always still pretty organized, but over here it was just full of junk. It became like the junk section of the top drawer. We even had like our keys and stuff in there, which is obviously not the safest place to keep your spare key. I've moved them. We had tools, we had receipts, we just had everything in there. So that is much better. We do have a lot of like syringes and stuff because Andre takes antihistamine, and every time you get antihistamine, you get a syringe. So that's why we have so many of those. And then this utensils drawer is heaps more organized now. And then the kids stuff, there's heaps of it in the dishwasher at the moment, so it looks pretty empty. And then the bottom drawer where you just keep like all like your Glad wrap and bin liners and stuff, so that's heaps better. And then as you move over to this cupboard, this is heaps better. So literally before, when you'd open the cupboard, things would fall out, and I tried to sort of keep it organized enough so Phoenix got in there, she didn't like hurt herself, and things aren't just going to come tumbling down on her. And then under the sink, what I've actually done is removed pretty much everything and put it all the way up in that back corner because Phoenix gets in here all the time, and obviously like you don't want her getting dishwashing tablets and stuff. So that really feels good to look in there and go, okay, it's safe. And then over to the corner cupboard, I've just tidied this up heaps. So I've just got like plastics and stuff down here, so if she decides to pull it out, that's not a problem. Same with up here. I don't think she can really reach up the back yet, so I don't have much of a problem. But I've put like strainers and this like cup here. That way if she wants to get in here, it's not really a problem. And then another one of her favorite cupboards is now empty down the bottom on this shelf, and I've just put all like the shaker cups and stuff in there. I've organized them with their lids and their shakers and just some plastic chopping boards. So it has taken me 3 days to accomplish that, but that's okay, it's finally done and I feel so much better. I'm going to take a little bit of a break now, give the kids some toast, tidy up like the extra overflow that's on this bench, maybe sit down, have a coffee, and then I'm going to get into the cleaning of the stove top, a proper clean of the sink, and also unload the dishwasher. So I'll see you then. what a vibe. Wow. I can't stop looking at myself in the viewfinder. Okay guys, so the kitchen is clean, the cupboards are organized, the sink is clean, everything's clean, the fridge is clean and full, just how I like it. That is much better, and my pores are minimized at the same time. So I know this was a little bit of a random video, and this is just not a good vibe, so we really need to wash this off. But the reason I filmed this video is because cleaning never stops, and you know what, sometimes I just like watching other people clean, and it does motivate me, and sometimes I just put it on in the background while I'm cleaning. I also find it quite interesting to watch how other people clean things. Look, I know that a lot of you are going to be like, you use Jif, that's so bad for you, but I'm not a big chemical person. I used to be. I used to like love the smell of bleach and stuff. I like, not love the smell of bleach, but it made me feel like my house was clean. But sort of since I've had kids and stuff, I've steered away from that. But I do use Jif. I really like Jif. But the reason I'm doing this video is because in the future, I'm gonna try and learn to incorporate less toxic ways of cleaning into my home. So a lot of the time I just use like my steam cleaner. So my steam mop actually has like a little nozzle that cleans everything. So once a week I use that to like disinfect all the nozzles and like my taps and stuff like that, any hot areas. I'm too tired now. It's 2:15 in the morning, that's why I didn't pull that out. Not even gonna lie. I wanted to do a deep clean on the stovetop, but I did it last week and I'm just too tired. But yeah, I feel like already I'm learning a lot from like different YouTubers, like especially my good friend Tiana Rose. She does a lot of cleaning motivation, and she uses a lot of her own cleaning products and natural products, and her house always looks beautiful. So that is something I want to incorporate going forward. But yeah, I'm gonna end off this video because I think it is a long one and my face is getting really stiff and I'm finding it really hard to move this lip. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, please don't leave without clicking the subscribe button and turning on the little bell notification. If you didn't like this sort of content, just give it a thumbs down. Let me know what you do and don't like watching. That way I know what to put my time into. But yeah, I'm super tired and I need to wash this off. So I'm gonna go head off to bed. So I hope to see you guys back on my channel really soon. Until then, take care of yourselves. Bye guys.